So over the last 11 years of having this website and doing reviews online, I've lamented the seeming end of family horror. I want to see more movies like Hocus Pocus and Ernest Scared Stupid, movies I can recommend to the little terrors in my life. We've had instances in the past few years with films that kind of hit this mark, things like Goosebumps, The House with a Clock in Its Walls, and Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. But no film has felt so much like 90s style family horror until new release Monster Summer, and it utterly captivated me. Noah Reed, played by Mason Thames, a journalist in training, wants to cover more serious adult stories than he's being asked to by the owner of the local paper. But when several young people he knows are suddenly having personality changes, becoming blank and expressionless, and losing so much of who they are, it's obvious that something evil has arrived in their little island community. Noah teams up with retired detective Gene, played by Mel Gibson, to uncover the source of the calamity. So Monster Summer is the closest film I've seen in years to that familiar kind of family horror that I've been missing. I've found that there is a belief that young people can't handle some of the scarier elements of society, and I've always believed that an introduction to horror at a young age can really cultivate the ability to embrace and teach children to overcome their fears. I know it worked for me, and yet we seemingly want to avoid challenging young minds. While family horror can certainly be too much for some, I believe Monster Summer has the perfect tone for youngsters looking to flex their inner horror hound. The kind of adventurous film with likable lead kids, one that features younger people in danger knowing full well that everything will work out in the end. Young people are resilient and capable of dealing with scary elements, and Monster Summer provides the right amount and intensity of the scares, including a great jump moment that got our entire theater. Mason Thames is excellent in the lead role, proving that his performance in The Black Phone is not an outlier. He's excellent at the believability that comes with more wild material. Director David Henry is able to highlight just how awkward and hormonal young people are, and the realism of the time in everyone's life when they just go a little crazy is commendable and grounded, even within the film's less grounded story. Thames continues to stand out in a sea of young talent, and I can't wait to see what he does next. I was surprised to see that Mel Gibson and Lorraine Bracco were not just names with one scene each just to get them on the poster, and Gibson in particular shines in the role of a retired detective who teams with Noah to uncover the nefarious plot. He delivers some of the film's best lines, and he has chemistry with Thames that really drive the heart of the film. Gibson has always been a terrific actor, but his performance here works so well because he treats Noah like an equal, something that should work well with the younger viewing audience. Now, the writing is at times a little on the nose and uninspired, with the screenwriting team of Brian Schulz and Cornelius Uliano electing to use some unnecessary and unbelievable dialogue occasionally. For example, there's a scene where Noah investigates a friend's home after he spots a police presence, and he hears the mother mention that she wished he hadn't been alone the night before, wording her dialogue in a way that could only have been directed to punish Noah for canceling plans, obviously unaware that he's hiding behind the cop car. It's an occasional problem in a screenplay that mostly works at conveying its ideas, but it does take you out of the film when it happens. Now, Monster Summer may not have the best title, and to be true, a lack of monsters, though supernatural happenings are in full force. And the screenplay could have used some more polishing. But I had a blast with this one, which more than exceeded my expectations and brought me hope for the future of horror directed at the younger audience. The film treats its younger viewers with respect and kept this adult's attention all the way through as well. As you and your family scope out your first horror movie of the spooky season, I highly recommend searching out Monster Summer for your fall watch list. Happy haunting. I give Monster Summer a 3.5 out of 5. You can find a full written version of this review over at goatfilmreviews.com. But while you're here, please like and subscribe. There are 2 free things you can do that help to support this channel, and you never miss new episodes of the show as they drop. Don't forget, once you've seen Monster Summer, to come on back and comment down below your thoughts on the film. I would love to hear them. You can also find Goat Film Reviews on Facebook. You can follow me personally at Almighty Goatman on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, and Threads. And you can find my show, Kyle and Nick on Film, that I co-host with Nick Palatichuk from the St. Paul Filmcast. We have new episodes of that show every single week. You can also find a link in the video description for this video, which will bring you to the Minnesota Film Critics Alliance, of which I am a member. You can find other film critics' reviews of Monster Summer, as well as more of my stuff over there. Thank you so much for joining me for this video review of Monster Summer.